Fine, if you prefer. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me. Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smooth. Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are 2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Cienjo and activated it. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, we're here for you. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the matrix of prescience doesn't lie. The answer in the future that Elio chose. The power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew, and that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Lafus. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that. Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast, even eons can be killed.
Hey, Lorcha, you didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's in...
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the...
I don't understand. They're all eons.
Are you really from the Cienjo? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaosha. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaosha the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Cienjo. I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes? Coffins. In the Cienjo, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. That's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the returning. As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again. My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true. What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich but for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual. Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
What was that? A little crucible for the furnace. Was that
Let me through! Dodge this!
Bloom.
Dodge this! Rise, Venus! You're not going anywhere!
Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait! Let's think before we act.
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together.
What?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll...
Enough.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
The dead return!
you okay?
What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
My motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Curious.
How... what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keep. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain, if it hadn't been for a strange accident...
Strange.
Come with me. I've never seen anything like it.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can pair. 1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Anna the Order was assimilated. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. So, the Xianzhou too are engaged. As far as I know, the predecessors of the Alliance were the Elixir Seekers. They searched for Yaoshi and longed for the blessing of immortality. But immortality turned out to be a curse for the Xianzhou. That's when the hunt appeared, firing an arrow and felling the Emperor. What do you think? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never. Hold on. Any minute. It's begun. Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you?
Come on.
Wasn't this the dead tree Ching Chue showed us earlier? How did it grow up?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even the long-lived...
Such extraordinary energy.
Mr. Yang, do you mean the stellar?
Yes, the Stellaron, the...
If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Someone managed to sneak it onto the ship. As for the culprits behind the Luofu's internal strife, I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciple. Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicions.
You... General...
The moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed himself. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter, and only the Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship. And yet it bypassed both the seat of divine foresight and the shackling prison. The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade. Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group.
General, we must retain all urgency.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high and low. The traitors have planted it.
Every crisis is a turning point. A problem. Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready.
From my perspective, convening the Cloud Knights is our immediate priority.
As ever, the Master Diviner's Omniscia provides for the fastest solution. However, sometimes speed is not everything.
General,
Well?
you're a scoundrel.
Pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move now.
You've been sitting on that this whole time?
Please, Lady Fu, I still have forces to deploy. We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to...
The General's smiling again. It's my fault. I had higher expectations. Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. Since when did you... Why are you... Do I need to remind you, General, that the Ambrosial Arbor's access point is a
A violation of the rules and regulations. I would like to remind you, Lady Fu. As such, I am about to make a decision that runs counter to those rules and regulations. Lady Fu, I hereby issue you with the military tally. The Cloud Knights will be... You've been eager to discover for yourself what it is to be a general.
You've never given me the opportunity, and now suddenly...
As for our astral friends, I hereby formally welcome you all to join our operation to... Lady Fu will deploy the Cloud Knights, but I would like you to set off in advance. Take a shortcut through the artisan... Understood. Understood, worry not. I know how to repay a favor. The Xianzhou has met with a dramatic chain of events, and each of you has chosen to stand by us. Your fearlessness moves me. Nevertheless, the enemy is upon us and time is of the essence. Let us not allow monetary affairs to cast a Once catastrophe has been averted, Miss Tingyun, I would like you to continue to serve as a guide for...
Oh, of course, General.
A step forward bridges no distance hence. The ambrosial arbor was felled thousands of years ago. Now it returns to life. I had long anticipated. Huh? She's not angry? Pursuing Kafka is a waste of time and effort. The Matrix of Prescience informed me of it. A step forward bridges the ambrosial arbor. He really is a delegator at heart, isn't he? There isn't much distance, but the star skiff is ready. I will...
101010 is the...
I still have important tasks from the General to attend to. Wait! Master Diviner! Can you... No need. My Omniscia has seen that your journey will be auspicious. Are you sure? You don't need...
Well said. Thank you for your assurance, Master Diviner.
Look at all the people gathered here. Not a good day for commuting on the LaFu. The Artisanship Commission Delve should have suspended operations after the Stellaron corrosion began. Why haven't these people taken
Maybe the Artisanship Commission are just more dedicated to their work? The Divination Commission's diviners aren't exactly a...
At the end of the day, work is work. You need it to live. You know, March, adults forget what relaxation means after a certain age.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Just speaking from the heart, that's all.
I think they call that complaint.
Are any of the paths in this world easy to tread? The Artisanship Commission is full of workshops, building state-of-the-art mechanisms, and craftsmen designing brand new concepts.
Periodically stirring up trouble is part of their tradition. Entire buildings vanishing into thin air, puppet riots. You get the picture. It seems like the craftsmen are too afraid to go in, but they have nowhere to run to either. We should take care, benefactors. Something terrible must have happened.
Either way, we'll have to go in. Let's ask around first.